In this episode, we welcome you to Da Nang, a province in Vietnam. Along with it, the strange beach rituals of the locals.
Welcome to Vietnam.
This is one of the best Vietnamese drink I ever had, and this is so rare to find. This is actually their herbal tea. So the lady actually said to me that this is traditionally found in Ho An, and we are in Da Nang right now. So this is a very rare drink, and it's kind of hard for me to come here, but I still come here once in a while. It's an amazing herbal drink with like cinnamons and some kind of herbs. This is how the drinks looks like, and this is all the herb, and she's the owner. Amazing. And your son? Your son?
No.
Okay.
Sister, my sister.
Your sister. Oh, okay. So we put their store on Google Maps, so I hope that all of you can come by and support, and you must try the drink. It's really nice. I'm trying to catch this guy who sells buns in late night. I think he didn't pass by this lane. Okay, let's try to catch up with him. And right now it's actually 2 AM. Coming to the corner. I'm trying to wave to him.
Banh Bao. Banh Bao đây.
Okay, this is my favorite guy,
Banh
selling
Bao
buns.
hỏi thơm ngon đây.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. So this is like Vietnamese bun. It's really cool. Yeah. This is called Banh Bao, and at first when I hear this guy on a motorbike going around with this speaker, I find it pretty annoying. So I decided to check it out. So this is called Banh Bao. It's kind of actually made of two languages. So Banh is in English, B-U-N, and Bao is actually Banh in Chinese. And this is actually originated from Chinese, but it's actually better than the ones that I had in Singapore. So I'm gonna show you what's inside in a minute once I reach my room. Banh today isn't very fresh. Since I bought it at 2 AM. Okay, so you see this is a quail egg, and inside there is like a fungus, mushroom, carrots, and I think the green one is like a spring onion. So yeah, it's pretty tasty, and it costs 20,000 Vietnam dong, which is almost equivalent to Singapore's $1 or 120. The size is like as big as my hand, kind of my palm size. Yeah. Heading to the beach, and it's about 6:10 AM right now. I've moved to a second hotel called Bonnie Boutique Hotel, and I'm heading to the beach. I've seen a bunch of people leaving the beach at 6 AM. So usually you will need to go to the beach around 5 AM to 7 AM. So I guess between 5 AM to 5:30 AM is the best timing to come, because this is one of the culture of the locals where they will head to the beach and they will actually swim together. It's a really nice experience, and I just want to show you this today. However, let me see. Yeah, this beach is not quite the same as the previous beach. In the previous beach, there's more local people. However, this beach that I am is about 5 minutes car ride away, and around me is more like the 5-star villa resort. So there's more wealthy tourists than a lot of, so you don't get a lot of locals here. And I guess the wave today doesn't look so good. Okay, so all these are like the 5-star resorts, especially this one. Yesterday I was actually walking back home, and you see those green bushes. Behind the green bushes is actually a nice stony pathway, and back then I was walking home and it was pretty hot, so that's why I walked on a pathway. It was easier to actually walk faster, and I had 3 security guards coming up to me at 3 different parts of the resort, making sure that I don't, because the thing is, right, the pathway goes here and it actually enters their resort, so they were trying to make sure that I don't enter inside. And do you know how much this resort costs? It's actually like a 2-bedder or 3-bedder villa, and it costs 600 plus Singapore dollars per night. But I've seen the interior inside, it was like so. And this is the lifeguard. So okay, this is how the pool looks like. Sorry, this is how the beach looks like. Very sunny day. Last week it was actually quite gloomy. It was supposed to rain, but it didn't rain, and the wave was pretty strong. So this week it's very sunny. You see the wave is not as strong, and the crowd isn't, not a lot of crowd here. I've seen some pretty interesting rituals that the locals do. I'm gonna show you today as well. It feels like I'm quite late to the party. It's really very fun to do this early in the morning. There has never been a day where I went to the beach and I don't feel happy. But that's only if the waves are big enough, and it's usually quite high tide in the morning. I've been to Phuket, where once I enter the beach, people try to sell me stuff, and I've been to Koh Samui. There isn't much, there isn't wave, there's some reef, and there's going to be some people selling you stuff as well. But here in Vietnam it's different. I don't get pestered to buy anything, and when I'm here I get to enjoy the beach as it is, and I get to see the local culture of what they do in the morning, and it's really fun to be taking part of this. I'm going to show you what I bring to the beach. So normally I would not bring my phone and as well as my camera gear, but today was an exception. So always, you can try to bring a towel, but it's not a must if you're wearing the right suit. So what I'm wearing is actually a wetsuit. I know some girls like to wear bikini, but the point of going to a beach for me personally is to enjoy swimming and enjoy the waves of the ocean. You know, I'm going to diving deep. So looking pretty isn't like the top on the list for me. So that's why I'm always making sure that I wear a wetsuit, and this is more, you can call it like a rash guard, so it protects your skin from the hot sun. Even though right now it's 6:30 a.m, it's getting pretty hot. So, okay, that's one. Usually I don't bring a bag, I don't bring a phone, I always bring my watch. So this watch tells me the time and it can give me a direction. So this is an Apple Watch, it's very important, it's waterproof. So bring a cap to protect yourself from the sun. I have this waterproof bag which contains my, I'll call it like a scuba mask. This is made from tempered glass and it covers the nose. So this is important if you want to dive in the ocean. Otherwise, I think I recommend you to get the one where it has a tempered glass or really wide lenses. And if you're not comfortable with the nose, your nose being covered, you can go without as well. I saw one in the surfing shop. And of course, what I have here is actually the Nike slippers. So this is what I got when I had a Virgin Active gym back in Singapore. So it has actually some holes inside. So even if your foot is wet, right, it drains the hole, and this is pretty light to carry. It has a thick foam as well. It's my favorite sandals that I wear when I go to the beach or the pool. And of course, get yourself a water. And if it's cold, I recommend that you dig a hole to the level that it covers the water level. So this actually ensures that your water stay cool. So inside the sand is actually pretty cooling, but if you keep it outside, it can get really hot. So yeah, that's my gear for the beach. I used to be staying at Draco Hotel, which is where, if you can see a lot of people over there, somewhere further down, which is about 20 minutes walk down, that is where most of the local people are. Line or float is usually placed on the rib tides to prevent you from being swallowed by the ocean. Even if you do get swallowed by the ocean, it's only going to be temporarily, so don't be afraid. And it's, I think, being tied to that tortoise looking boat over there. This is something interesting that I saw since yesterday morning. So some people will actually dig a hole and put themselves inside it. So I call this sand camping.
What?
So you can really see that the person put their foot in and they just lie there. And I've seen some people, they cover themselves with the sand. I would say Da Nan's sand, right, is super fine, and it actually has a lot of sparkling minerals which the foam might not be able to capture. It's really fine, and damn, this is pretty cooling. So all these are the leftover sand camps left by others, and you can tell some belongs to kids. So it's all the way over there. A few over there as well. And of course, you will always have some interesting castles around Da Nan Beach. It's kind of cute. I've actually seen this guy yesterday, so he actually, this is what I call sand camping. He actually put himself in the sand and he will hide his head with like some kind of army float or something.
A64, R64, what is your position?
It's pretty interesting to see what their morning rituals are. Okay, wow, this is even... I think, wow. Look at that. This is pretty deep.
You don't see that every day. I got an idea.
Okay, I've given the sand camping a try. I'm not sure if there's an official name to this, but the sand is like a little bit damp, so it does feel a little bit cold. and when I was inside, all I could focus on was the sound of the wave, and I could feel every heartbeat of my pounding intensely. I guess it's quite meditative, and I can see why the locals would do that. And some of the locals, or rather the ones who really bury themselves in, seems like he's from the army. So I guess this is some of the past habits as a soldier. And I would totally understand if you were to bury yourself underground to hide from the enemy. And sooner or later it became like a habit. So quite interesting ritual, and I'm quite glad that I give this a try. So the reason why you see most people far out in the sea is because it's very shallow here in the sand. So we have to actually walk further out over there.
I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me down.
One thing that I love to do after my swim in the ocean is that because the beach here is really clean, there isn't ships, and there's also no locals trying to sell jet skis. So I would say that the water isn't very clear here, but no matter what, the sand here looks very clean, and it actually has a sparkling minerals. I'm not sure if you can see on the camera. Okay, so what I like to do is to do a natural body scrub, especially the lower part of the feet, where the skin here is actually thinner, so you're more likely to get scars. So it's really fun to actually do like a body scrub here. The sand, trust me, the sand here is really clean. There isn't a lot of litters around here. Pretty different from the oceans or the sand beaches that you get in Singapore or even in Thailand. This is just, my whole body is like sparkling right now, and even if I were to dust off the sand, the sparkling minerals is actually kind of like stuck on my skin, so you will look really beautiful. And I think I look like Twilight's vampire right now, you know, Cullen's family. So the vampire sparkles under the sun, and I look just like that. It's really beautiful. The sand is really fine, so it does do a very gentle scrub to your body. So if you're here in Ghana, give this a try, especially this part of the beach where I'm just behind or in front of the 5-star resorts. So not a lot of people is around here. There isn't any bars around here as well, no beach club. So this is why the sand remains really clean and it's beautiful. It's quite nice to see them provide this. Let me just... Ooh. It's nice. Not all beaches have this. This is Vietnam's regular fire training for the firemen, which is really unique. You start to see this in other countries. I saw this last week as well, so this is actually pretty frequent and they move from area to area.